Good evening, everyone. Today we'll be discussing about snake bite and scorpion sting. The snakes can be of two types. One is venomous snake and one is non-venomous. The bite from a venomous snake can be deadly and should always be treated as a medical emergency. Even a bite from a harmless snake can be serious. It can lead to an allergic reaction or an infection. Venomous snake bites can produce an array of symptoms, which includes localized pain, swelling, convulsions, nausea, and even paralysis. So, this is the common sign of a bite of a venomous snake, which is marked by the presence of two puncture wounds from the snake's fangs. Whereas, in case of non venomous bites, instead of two puncture wounds of the fang, you'll be having a rounded bite. If it's a rounded bite, that means it's of a non-venomous snake. What are the types of venoms that can be produced by the snakes? It can be neurotoxic, which causes a curare-like action. Curare is, if you remember from your pharmacology classes, atracurium, curare. So it causes paralysis of motor nerve endings, especially in the voluntary muscles. Okay, which can in turn cause respiratory depression, respiratory failure. The second type of venom is vasculotoxic, also known as hemotoxic. It contains an enzyme known as phospholipase. This phospholipase enzyme, it causes destruction of the RBCs. When there is destruction of the RBCs, it causes hemolysis and coagulative disorders. Okay, excess of hemolysis, it causes excess of bleeding disorders. Okay, it can also cause clotting. So because of the destruction of the clotting factors. The third type of venom is myotoxic, or also known as musculotoxic. It causes generalized muscular pain and weakness. There can be degeneration of muscles, and also when there is degeneration of muscles, it causes myoglobinuria. The myoglobin is excreted in the urine, which in turn causes a type of renal failure called as intrinsic renal failure. Okay, so it can also cause renal failure. Coming to our next part, what are the common types of snakes? Mind you, we are speaking only about venomous snake, not non-venomous snake. So this is a usual thing. Usual in the sense, most commonly seen in Indian subcontinent, worshipped in Indian subcontinent. So identify this. This is a common Indian cobra. Okay, black cobra or cobra, which is predominantly neurotoxic. The second type is krait. They are one of the most lethal kind of snakes. It has a high mortality rate if not treated with antivenom. Identify this one. So this is a Russell's viper. They have something called as heat sensing facial pits. So they're also called as pit vipers. And the last two are easily confused with python. Okay, python, they're huge in size. These things are not huge. Okay, so the last one which you're seeing is called as saw-scaled viper, Icus. It's also known as Icus or saw-scaled viper. Now, sometimes to see this picture, it's too nauseating, right? Okay. So what are the symptoms of snake bites? What you're seeing here is a severe symptoms. Okay, the first, the face, it is drooping eyelids or heavy eyelids. The above one which you're seeing, this picture, the foot picture which you're seeing, this is commonly seen, especially in doctors working in government medical colleges. Government medical colleges, especially in rural or semi-rural areas. So they'll be getting a huge number of snake bite cases, and there'll be some they might have been neglected, some they might have turned to the hospital very late, so that it'll turn gangrenous. So in surgical wards, so in after initial stabilization of the venom and all, they'll be admitted in the surgical ward where daily debridement will be the work for the interns. They'll be doing the debridement of the ulcer daily. Okay, so it's a common picture seen in if you go to any government hospital, especially in the rural areas. So what are the signs and symptoms? So local pain and swelling, that's the initial. Heavy eyelids, weakness. So weakness of voluntary and involuntary muscles will also cause difficulty in swallowing. So the patient will not be able to swallow. So they'll be drooling of saliva. So they'll be having difficulty in speaking. So you'll notice that a heavy voice might have been there. Okay. So there can be bleeding from the site, especially if it's a hemotoxic bite. There can be respiratory failure. There can be internal bleeding. Okay, these are the common signs and symptoms which we come across.